Writing a definition essay. A definition essay is a writing style that uses various techniques to explain the meaning of a term, idea, or concept. A definition essay may be an entire essay on its own, but it is often used as a rhetorical style within an essay that mixes rhetorical styles. For example, writers usually define terms to bridge any gaps between the audience's knowledge and the message they want to convey. Defining terms in writing is often more complicated than just consulting a dictionary. Take, for example, a word like alcoholism. How one defines alcoholism depends on its legal, moral, and medical context. Lawyers may define alcoholism in terms of legality. Parents may define alcoholism in terms of its morality, and doctors will define alcoholism in terms of symptoms and diagnostic criteria. Defining terms can at first be difficult, but once a definition is established, it makes it easier to have productive dialogues. When writing a definition essay, avoid terms that are too simple and lack complexity. Think in terms of concepts rather than physical objects. Definitions of concepts are often fluid and contentious, making for a more effective definition essay. To develop the structure of a definition essay, choose a topic that will be complex enough to be discussed at length. Choosing a word or phrase of personal relevance often leads to a more interesting and engaging essay. After you have chosen your word or phrase, start your essay with an introduction that establishes the term's relevancy in the chosen context. Your thesis comes at the end of the introduction. It should clearly state your definition of the term in the specific context. Establishing a functional context from the beginning will orient readers and minimize misunderstanding. The rest of the essay should explain the rationale for your definition. Remember that a dictionary's definition is limiting, and you should not rely strictly on the dictionary entirely. Instead, consider the context in which you are using the word. Context identifies the circumstances, conditions, or settings in which something exists or occurs. Often words take on a different meaning depending on the context in which they are used. Explain different aspects of the term's definition and support the definition with clear examples and strong details to illustrate your points. Your concluding paragraph should pull together all the different elements of your definition to ultimately reinforce your thesis. Support your writing with examples, evidence, and research coming from reliable sources. And always cite your sources.